Today is April 28th, 2021, and this is your daily Half-Life 3 update. There is no news about Half-Life 3. Yesterday, I asked you guys for questions, said I would answer the best one in today's update. That comes from Mercenary Prime. And they ask what's the third installment of a franchise that is my favorite, I guess. As So the first thing that automatically comes to mind is my favorite of the Dark Knight trilogy is The Dark Knight Rises. I like that movie a lot. It's definitely my favorite of the three, which I know that's not that popular of an opinion. I think it's usually regarded as the worst of the three, but it's my favorite. I think it's a really great movie, and I enjoy it a lot. It's the only movie that I saw in theaters and then went back the next day to see in theaters again. I don't see movies in theaters twice often, let alone back-to-back days. That's how much I liked it. But yeah, other things that come to my mind are I think Last Crusade is the best Indiana Jones movie. In my opinion, it goes Last Crusade, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Temple of Doom. That's another hot take right there. What else? The third of a trilogy. Or not necessarily a trilogy in general, but I think the third Resident Evil movie, Extinction, I think that's the one. It's the one in the desert. If that is, that's my favorite of the Resident Evil movies. Also, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King is my favorite, and also, actually, I would... Yeah. I was thinking about the Hobbit movies, but Unexpected Journey is my favorite of the Hobbit movies. But anyway, yeah, Return of the King is my favorite of Lord of the Rings, and really just because it's like a culmination of everything. It's not really, anything about quality, but if they had never made Return of the King, you don't care about the first two. I don't get dark like that. It's weird. Anyway, the third of the prequel trilogy, Revenge of the Sith, is my favorite of that specific trilogy. Not of Star Wars in general, obviously, but of that specific trilogy. That's my favorite. TV shows. Name off some TV shows real quick while I think of any more movies. Obviously, Twin Peaks: The Return. I talked about that yesterday. I think that's the best season. Season 1 is pretty good too. TV shows. That might be it. That's interesting. My favorite season of Lost is probably season 5, so it's not that. It could be X-Files. I'm not exactly sure when a show like X-Files... I need to stop turning this way because that gets dark for some reason. That's weird. I'm not exactly sure when a show like X-Files starts to dip in quality or when it reaches its peak. It could be season 3. Don't quote me on that. Maybe Arrested Development. It all kind of tends to blend together, so it could be Arrested Development, but again, I'm not quite sure about that, so don't quote me on that either. It's harder for TV shows. Any TV show that has easily definable seasons, it's not. It's a little harder to judge the best season. If that made any sense, I don't think that sentence made sense how I intended it to. But or season no, No, not that either. I had more movies in my head. The third Harry Potter movie, maybe? Not a whole lot of them are good, though. The third Hatchet movie, because that's the only one I've seen. The third Iron Man movie, maybe? It's a little bit of a toss-up for me between Iron Man 3 and Iron Man 1. Maybe with a little bit of an edge to Iron Man 3. Third Captain America movie, Civil War. Why does it do that? It must be like an auto thing. It's weird. I don't know. I'll look into that because it's weird. But what else? Third of a movie. It's like if I'm not looking directly at the camera, it just darkens. It's weird. Saints Row 3. I'd say that's my favorite of the game. Saints Row 4 is very similar to Saints Row 3. So, I mean, that's not like a knock at it, but it's very similar. Far Cry 3. Again, Far Cry 4, and I assume the other ones. I haven't played past Far Cry 4. Far Cry 3 and 4 are very similar. So, I mean, just because they're so similar, even though I like Far Cry 4 and Saints Row 4, I do have to give the edge to Far Cry 3 and Saints Row 3 because they're the original. I mean, not the original, but you get what I'm saying. Not a whole lot of movies that I'm thinking of, but definitely the big ones are going to be Last Crusade, Dark Knight Rises. Toy Story 2 is my favorite there. Yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I don't know. If I forgot anything, I'll probably just delete this video and make another one, but that's all I've got right now. So yeah. Oh, Logan is the third of the Wolverine movies. You can make a little mini trilogy right there, and with Origins Wolverine, The Wolverine, and Logan. Logan's clearly the best of those three. So I guess I'll end it there. That's something at least. I feel like I didn't have as many to answer there. But yeah, if you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll answer the best one in tomorrow's update. And that has been your daily Half-Life 3 update for April 28th, 2021.